Welcome back to NASCAR Thunder 2004 for race 16 and 36 of Season 2. I'm going to be in Fignon Raceway for the first road course race of the season for learning the Dodge Mart 350. Last week at Michigan, a bunch of people had to pit with 2 laps to go, and I ended up getting the victory in the Sirius Satellite Radio 400. And I have a Haas Auto Nation themed paint scheme for this race that is based off of Kurt Busch's 2016 Haas Auto Nation ride. So Sonoma is one of 2 road course races on the NASCAR circuit, the other being Watkins Glen. We will be visiting that race later. In Season 1, it was a pretty cool domination. I'm actually really good at Sonoma in this game. So, while this game loads. And surprisingly, the PS2 is able to last this Paloma. It's been acting up weird, but if it crashes, I'll let you guys know. So anyways, let's go take this baby around for a lap around Sonoma. Compared to inside line 14 and 15 where they had the time penalties, if you barely clip the dirt, if you go off the dirt and anything from 11 back on a road course, the game doesn't screw you. The game doesn't screw you where it's like, oh, you barely clip the course, you get a penalty for you get a 0.6 second time penalty. I really hated this. It's like they tried making NASCAR look like Gran Turismo or Forza Motorsport. 2 really good racing games, and of course, Technician has never watched a NASCAR race in their lives, and they don't know how all the racing works, and they just assumed it'd be like British racing, but with bumping. So making our way down through turn 10, the fast part of the racetrack, gonna come down into 11. You want to jam on the brakes really hard through here, and run that corner like you would Martinsville. It's basically a slight hairpin. Then you're going to come out of turn number 1. 10th on our first lap, which we know we're not going to sell for 10th, so let's go. Going to make it up the first hill. Well, then again, this is 2003 Sonoma, but I don't think the tires were clear the hell up towards the track. Because in real life Sonoma, there's actually a path that they made to take the carousel, which NASCAR drivers no longer use and IndyCar drivers use it for their races. I mean, I like the carousel because it's a nice downhill corner that can make a really good opportunity for passing zones. I should know because I played the Indy layout a lot in Forza 4 on the 360. So anyways, what do I think about Infineon in general? It's a fun track to watch and play on. Fun to watch everybody just totally lose their minds late in the race, just bump the everlasting crap out of each other. And especially this year when last lap, Tony Stewart dove bomb Denny Hamlin to get his win. Anyways, our qualifying lap is going to put us in 7th. The game's probably going to put us in 5th, so here's MRN legends Joe Moore and Barney Hall. Over. Hell. It's one thing to be out there driving aggressively and fighting for position, but he's got over the line as of late. Jack Spray really needs a good finish in this race. Texture distortion. Yeah, those guys have been working so hard this year. It's a shame it really doesn't show in the points. You can tell the texture's kind of glitching in the background. A little bit. Coppe, these guys' 2001 charity ride paint scheme. Bobby Labonte's guys' 2000 MLB All-Star game Chevrolet. And here's the patriotic flyover. Let's go racing this afternoon. I told you the game was going to move me up a row to 5th. I don't know why the game does that. Here's the top 10. So, anyways, I coming into this race with a pretty hefty points lead over Ryan Newman and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Ryan Newman and Dale Jr. both start on the front row, so this is going to be an entertaining start. Anyways, pace car is off, fuel in the hands of Ryan Newman and Dale Jr. Green flag in the air as we go race left and right here in wine country for 11 laps this afternoon. Oh wow, 3 wide already. Ricky Rudd, Matt Kenseth. But we edge our way past Johnny Benson. Looks like we're going to get the spot, and we're going to be trapped on the outside lane going into turn 4. Which is, it's a fast part of the racetrack. I don't want to keep the car. Whoa, we're on the outside here. Your car will want to step out over the curb. But in real life, you'll see that a lot. And probably the only thing you want to do is everything's flipped. It's like mirror mode on Mario Kart. Where you go into the corner on the left, you want to be as close to the white line as possible. But if you go on the right, you do not want to be on driver's left when you're in a right-hand corner. Whereas when you're in a left-hand corner, you don't want to be on when you're in a left turn, you don't want to be on the passenger side. Coming out of turn number 4, Ryan Newman begins to pull away a little bit. He's going to lead lap number 1. Here at Sonoma, I'm 2nd, Junior is 3rd, Jeff Gordon is 4th, and Rusty Wallace is 5th. Making our way uphill, and considering I've been trolled anytime I do an onboard style cam. Whoa! Do an onboard camera on 14 and inside line where I usually wreck every time I run on board. Woo! Let's go run one here. Just to give an idea of how tight the road racing is. The racing is here. Making our way down through the S's. I hate this fast part of the racetrack because no matter what, my car always seems to step out in turn 9 and 10. So if anybody has any tips on Sonoma and how to master it, because, oh look, I came off into the dirt in 10, because I'm sorry, I just really hate the fast part of the section coming out of the S's. When you're hitting that left turn in the turn 9 and turn 10, I hate those 2 corners probably the most on this track. Because my car is usually so tight, and it always wants to push up on me, and if I just want to get rid of that. So if anybody has any tips on how to make it through turn 9, 10, the S's in turns 9 and 10, please let me know in the comments below, because that's probably the only part of Sonoma that I hate. So we're already beginning to gap Ryan Newman a little bit, going down into turn 7, where my car is freaking tight. I can't stay close to the rumble strips as I like to be. Making our way down through turn 8, the right-hander. That last lap I totally fucked up turn 10. When I was trying to get around Newman, I kind of tipped it into the dirt. We're already beginning to get. Already looks like a couple cars are down on pit road for some early green flag stops. Maybe they might be employing a different strategy than the rest of the field. Who knows? So, but we're probably gonna be going right through them when I catch the back half of the field. Already we gapped Ryan Newman by almost 4 seconds, with Dale Earnhardt Jr. third, Jeff Gordon fourth, and Rusty Wallace fifth. Like I said, I am beast at Sonoma, whereas you see the NASCAR 15 Let's Play at Sonoma, I actually got almost a full lap got about 58 seconds on second, and actually was able to catch lap traffic right here. But this time the gap doesn't seem to be as big. Whoa, my right front's getting a little worn down here. We're going to try to get our way around Kevin LePage. Hopefully he'll let us by. And I don't. Whoa! Dick. Jamming on the brakes in turn 10, huh? That's nice. So we've led the fourth lap here in Fignon Raceway. We have a almost 6-second gap over Ryan Newman. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is almost 7 seconds back. And right now, we got to shake Kevin LePage right here. We're going to try to come up and catch Casey Mears in the 41 car. As we're going to try and dive it in. And wow, we actually were able to get the curb. Either we were able to keep it on the rumble strips, or Casey Mears just left a gap. And that's another thing I like about the EA games is the AI is really programmed to drive smart. Whereas if they know someone's on the inside, they don't try to cock block them like on the Technics games, where you can be on the inside of somebody at Daytona, or you can accidentally get below the yellow line at Talladega or Daytona, and sometimes the AI doesn't register you as being down there. Like, for example, What If Racing's Let's Play, he's another he's actually the funniest NASCAR YouTuber I've ever seen, by the way, so shout out to you, bud. His race at Talladega with Justin Allgaier, he's come to the line, he accidentally got shoved down to the bottom, and came up into Jimmy Johnson. Oh! Wow. Came up into Jimmy Johnson, of course he got hooked, and then he started getting wrecked by everybody and their mother. So we're going to try to make our way around Hermie Sadler in the 02 car, using a little bit of the dirt, going agricultural racing. And another thing I like about this is the tracks in the EA games are designed, or the EA NASCAR games, are designed almost flawlessly compared to the god-awful Technics ports that we got. Where I'm pretty in Technics games, especially on Inside Line 14 and 15, thank you Terry Labonte for being Thank you Terry Labonte for doing this. From what I remember, turn 9, when you go down, I don't think turn 8 was that freaking tight. Whereas either that or I just jam on the brakes for that section way too hard, and I just end up running. Oh, hello. We're going to put Mike Skinner and Terry Labonte a lap down just by cutting that second uphill. And, I'm probably going to pit right here because my fuel's getting kind of low. Because I got an 11.2 second gap on Ryan Newman as of right now. Because the top 5 has actually been has not changed at all for this race. At all. All freaking race. I don't know if it's just I'm that good at the road courses, or the AI just isn't programmed right. Wasn't programmed perfectly, or what. But At least it's better than Eutechnus' crap. So we're gonna come down pit road and you know what? Let's gamble. Let's take full tank, no tires. No tires, guys. Just want a fuel only stop. Only car down on pit road. And here we go. Here we go, guys. Dang, Newman closed up big time right there. Oh, come on. Tell me it's not that hard to get a tank of fuel in there. If you remember back to season 1, I actually cruised to a very dominating win thanks to a pretty timely caution. Now I'm going to come out in 12th to Kenny Wallace. Give Kenny Wallace a little bit of a shot going in, coming out of turn 2. So a caution right now would be nice. Making our way down through turn number 4. Ryan Newman is still leading with Dale Earnhardt Jr., Rusty Wallace, Bill Elliott, and Johnny Benson completing the top 5. And I don't think Newman Jr. or Rusty have pitted yet, but I know Gordon has, because he's not been, either Gordon's pitted or hasn't pitted, or he's just been passed by everyone and their mothers. So 4 laps left in the Dodge Mart 350. We got to get by Jimmy Johnson, which this is going to be freaking fun. Right for the dive, right for the dive. Whoa, whoa. Hello. So we're up to 7th right now. It's going to be fun getting by a rival sandwich right here. It's a three-way rival sandwich from 5th through 8th. Whereas I'm going to come out in front of Kurt Busch, come out and take the 5th spot away from Kurt Busch with 3 laps of racing left at Sonoma. It has been Ryan Newman's day. It looked like it was going to be my day in the early part of the stages, but Ryan Newman has led a good chunk of this race. As you see, we're going to make our way by Johnny Benson. As we see Bill Elliott going up there in 3rd. We've made a really pretty good comeback from where I thought we were going to end up because our pit crew sucked. And whoa, oh my freaking god, I hate going through turn 10 because I always find a way to screw that corner up. So if anybody's got any advice for making the corner, any would be appreciated. But I don't want any trolls jumping into the comments saying, haha, you suck at road courses. Because if you do, I will block you, and you will be banned from seeing me for the rest of your miserable life. Anyways, 2 laps of racing left here at Infineon Raceway. Ryan Newman and Dale Earnhardt Jr., 2 people not very well known for their road course strength, have pulled off into pit road, which basically turned the lead over to me for what looks to be my 11th win of the season, unless Bill Elliott's able to catch me and I screw up. Basically, turns 8, 9, and 10 are probably going to be the death of me. Just going to come down through the S's. I mean, this layout isn't as bad as the normal IndyCar layout, because after they come down the carousel, they got to cut it really tight. It's a hairpin that's tighter than Martinsville, for God's sake. They got to cut it really tight getting into 7, which basically means they almost get a run into. Holy crap! Yeah, I totally screwed that corner up, but I don't think Bill Elliott's able to catch me. Anyways, let's last lap into the air at Sonoma is Jeff Gordon makes his way into the 2nd spot. Ricky Rudd is 3rd, Rusty Wallace is 4th, and Mark Martin is 5th. Remember back when in season 1 at Homestead Miami infield where the top two are 83-24, I lost by 1/1000th of a second. So far I have a 25-second gap, which if I screw this up, you mean like I did right there. If I screw it up again like I did right there, I'm basically Gordon's got this. Anyways, looks to me like I have no idea who's in my mirror, but I think I'm going to be uncontested here. Making our way down through turn 9 into turn number 10. One of the fastest parts of the racetrack. Oh no. One of the fastest parts of the racetrack. Down on the brakes into the final corner this afternoon. Noon here at Sonoma. Kevin Grubb, the lapped car, is going to come off of turn 11, but it'll be the Dylan Murway show this afternoon as I win my 11th race of NASCAR Thunder 2004 by a country mile. I mean, for 2003 standards, this was a pretty complicated game, but now, looking back on it, I basically just stomped them. I can win by gaps of 15 seconds or more at this place. I got Sonoma figured out. So we're going to do a reverse Alan Kwiecki and David Pearson tribute lap around Infineon with our engine pluming a crap ton of oil. And I mean a crap ton of oil. Just clipping the bumper, clipping the rumble strips. It's weird negotiating this track. Because remember, every road course, if you want the preferred line, it's like Mario Kart. You know how on ovals the preferred line in the corners is hug the left, the white line on the left, and if you're on the passenger ride on some tracks, you're basically screwed. Yeah, it's basically the opposite. For right-handers, you do not want to right-hand corners. You do not want to be on on the driver's left. And for the left-handers, you do not want to be on the passenger side of the car. We're going to make our way down through the travel and the 211, and we're going to plow it into the fence. Yet another caution-free race this afternoon in Infineon, just like season 1. Sheesh, I've been pissing everybody off this season. It was Jimmy Johnson at Charlotte, Bobby Labonte at Pocono, Kurt Busch at Michigan, Dale Jarrett at Dover, and now Casey Mears at Infineon. What do you know? How about this for my 11th win of the season? Great job. And let's see the margin of victory here when we're done. Gonna get that soda. We're gonna get out of the car and enjoy a nice win here at Infineon. Like I said, don't be surprised if I get massive leads at Infineon. I'm just that freaking good at that track. Bam! Minus 40 for Kevin LePage, minus 40 for Casey Mears, minus 58 for Kurt Busch, and minus 58 for Jimmy Johnson. I win the Dodge Say Mart 350 at Infineon. Jeff Gordon finishes second, 14.8 seconds back. Ricky Rudd is third, 19.7 seconds back. Rusty Wallace is fourth, 22.6 seconds back. Ryan Newman is 5th, 27.7 seconds back. Matt Kenseth is 6th, 31.6 back. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. is 7th, 32.7 back. Jerry Nadeau is 8th, 36.8 back. Mark Martin is 9th, 38.6 back. And Sterling Marlin is 10th, 40.8 seconds back. So it was a caution-free race. I led all but 2 laps this afternoon. Ryan Newman led the other 2 laps. Now let's see who fell out of the race. Elliott Sadler, might have fell out after a blown motor or something. Anyways, see how the points shake up. In a word, it's going to be pretty hard for anybody else to even contend me for this championship because I got such a massive lead. Anyways, let's take a look at the points. Let's check them out. I have a 449 point back over Ryan Newman. Gap over Ryan Newman. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is 3rd, 500 points back. Mark Martin is 4th, 565 points back. Jimmy Johnson is 5th, 575 points back. Jeff Gordon is 6th, 583 back. Tony Stewart is 7th, 687 back. Matt Kenseth is 8th, 689 back. Kurt Busch is 9th, 714 back. And Rusty Wallace is 10th, 742 points back. Driver's stats, nobody cares. Look at all these guys that want to kill me right now. 5 guys. So, these road courses coming up are going to be entertaining. Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon look to be the only helpful guys in the garage. Ryan Newman got the pole award. I earned the Gatorade Front Runner award. Steve Parker earned the Picking Up Places award. Jamie McMurray had the Fast Pace award. Nobody got the Rookie of the Race award. And Ricky Rudd had EA Sportsman of the Race. Look at that. I'm actually on my way. Oh, I got my 12th win of the season. Today at Sonoma. I am on my way to tie my record of most wins. And maybe even succeed him. I don't know why they didn't have the Rookie of the Year this season. So, I'm obviously killing it in the pole awards. Chevrolet is a pretty good lead over Dodge. And I'm killing it in the lap championship awards. So again, let's look at how many different winners we have this season. Other than me, I've Dale Earnhardt Jr. has won. Jimmy Johnson has won. Kurt Busch has won. Jeff Gordon. So Dale Jr., Jimmy Johnson, Kurt Busch, and Jeff Gordon have visited Victory Lane this season. Please. It's gotten to the point where they pretty much engraved my name on the freaking trophy. So, anyways, next time we're going to be on NASCAR 2004. We're going to be at Daytona International Speedway. But for the fantasy road course race, the running the Florida 500K. We had a good win in season 1. Could we win here? As we take on the Daytona Sports Car Road Course. We will see you next time.